pre-college math students. This video is to familiarize yourself with the tasks I'd like you to complete for the first week of the class. And we can access that information either by clicking on the Pace Chart button or going to the button, the Lessons button here, and I'm going to click on that instead, and I'm going into the week 1 folder. So if I access it through this way, then I can get the Pace Chart. It's embedded right into the folder. And what we can scroll down to is week 1 here. And first thing we notice is that week 1 doesn't follow this typical 5-step process. The week 1 is a bit non-traditional with some introductory tasks. So we're going to go through those at this time. And we have some introductory tasks here to get you prepared to start working in the course. The first task is an introduction to your classmates, and this activity will have you working in Google Maps to locate yourself on the Google Map, and the rest of your classmates will do the same thing, and then we'll discuss that during our first live session. There'll be a link right here for the Getting Started video, and I would like you to view that. You can find it at this link. You can also use this button in the left sidebar to get at the same video. Then I would like you to view the how to use the Pace Chart video, and that's linked right here. And then you are now watching the Practice Assessment Week 1 video. So that's this one. It's also viewing this video will also set you up to complete step 1 right here of task 1. So what we're going to do is we're going to finish out this video by showing you this practice for week 1 assignment down here. And so we are in the week 1 folder, and all practice and assessments are located down at the bottom of the folder. And so we're going to go into this practice assessment and do this together. And so I am in this practice assessment. It says this can be saved and resumed later. You can have multiple attempts on this. You must answer all questions correctly to earn a satisfactory grade. And you'll have unlimited attempts. This multiple attempts, this test allows 2 attempts. This is attempt number 1. So let's take a look at these questions here. This first question is a multiple response question, meaning if you look, you see square boxes out front here. That means you can select more than one. So let's take a look and see which options make the most sense to check. So the question is, what ways can you contact your math teacher if you have a question? Well, emailing them, that seems logical. And calling them on the phone, that seems logical. And all of this information, if we go back to Blackboard, can be found under the Staff Information button. And going to their house, that doesn't seem logical. I'm working all day long. I'm probably not at home. You can't contact your teacher at all. That doesn't seem right. And then the last one, attend the live session. And definitely, that's where our opportunity to be face-to-face each week to ask questions. So I think those are the 3 correct responses. I'm going to save that answer. I'm going to go on to question 2. Question 2 is a multiple choice, a traditional multiple choice. Notice they have bubbles here, which means there's only one correct answer. So what is the time in the day of your live e-session for this math class? And that gives you a hint. You can find it. And let's go back to Blackboard here. You can find it by clicking the eSession button. So here's your live eSession button. Or you can find it in the Pace Chart under attending live sessions, step 2. If we go down here to week 2, we can see that our eSession, it's going to be the same time every week, 11:55 to 12:55 on Mondays. So that would be that option. I'm going to go ahead and save that answer. Question 3, what should I do before attending a live e-session? So looking back at that Pace Chart in a typical week, obviously if you are on step 2 and you're attending a live e-session, you want to, before that, complete step 1. And step 1 is watching the lesson tutorial where you can get some background information about the content. And so that you have an idea of what we're covering before we're asking you to go to step 2, which is solving problems applying that content. So definitely watching the tutorial is something we want to do. So we want to watch the tutorial. Watching TV doesn't seem to be beneficial. Winging it doesn't seem to be beneficial, and ignoring stuff doesn't seem to be beneficial. So I think A is the only option that seems reasonable. I'm going to go ahead and click and save that answer. And then question 4, it's time to go to our class. Which button will take you to the live eSession class? So again, seems to be a little self-explanatory, I think. Here's our live eSession button. That's the only one that will take you directly to the class. So I am going to click that as my answer there. And I'll save all answers. And I'll save and submit. That just saves them again, but it submits it for grading. And then we can see that it's been submitted. And I can click OK to see results. It's down here. And I can see that I got 4 out of 4 correct, so that's good news. I've passed this practice. And I can then go on to the next task, which is, going back to week 1 here, it is doing the assessment, inserting assessment. So I'm going to leave you to do that on your own. Looking at this inserting work assessment, we'll have you view a couple videos inside the assessment, and then you can practice that. So once you get that done, you've completed the tasks for week 1. And if you want to work ahead to week 2, feel free to do that. The only thing we need you to do would be to watch the live session tutorial prior to the week 2 live session. If you have any questions, let me know. Thank you.